All right, we are live and back on after a couple of week break. We're just getting a couple of technical things sorted.
Yes.
Hello, everyone.
check.
Yeah, not yet. Hold on. No, not yet. We're looking if we're broadcasting live on a couple of platforms, but we are definitely on Facebook and YouTube.
But can you check if we did broadcast?
No, we didn't.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
And even if we did, it's wiped.
Okay, good.
All right.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello, Gali.
Hello. Welcome. We're back.
We're back, and we have an amazing, powerful,
Controversial, sensitive, offensive topic that most people don't like talking about, or they want to talk about it, but even if they have a different view, it's very touchy because people have strong opinions about this subject.
Yeah. And when there's a lot of opinion, there's a lot of lies.
Yeah.
Because when there is something that is true, people don't argue about.
Mm-hmm.
And it just makes sense, and 5 years old understand it.
Yeah, that's true.
But go and explain to a 5 years old that I'm not a male and not a female.
Exactly. So let's brief everyone on what the subject is.
Because let's say first hi.
Yes. So
hi,
by the way,
Harold.
Hi Harold. Hi
Poonam.
Poonam. And if you can hear us and see us okay, please say hello. Let us know you're on the chat.
And tell us that you can hear us well.
Yeah. Tell us that we look good and sound good.
Tell us.
And also, by the way, if you have questions, hi, Anna. Also, if you have any questions, if you want to put feedback, if there's something you don't understand, of course.
Or if we say something that you think that's totally terrible, how can we ever think like that? Then say it.
Yes, exactly.
And we'll show you that we don't actually think like that. We know like that.
Yes. So hi Shaked, and we have Facebook user said hi guys, and John, hear you amazingly well and love you back, John.
Love you back.
Awesome, thank you, Poonam. All right, so to catch everyone up on what this topic is, this is the topic of gender, okay, and what people identify as. You may have heard people say, I'm a male, but I identify as a female. You maybe didn't hear this, so it's news to you. But there's a big thing over the last few years of females saying that they're males and males saying that they're females. And there's something that is called non-binary. Okay? Binary means
one and
two,
zero.
One and zero. Basically, there's two things, meaning male, female.
Plus, minus.
Yes. Non-binary means I'm neither male and I'm not female. I'm neither of those things.
I'm confused.
I'm confused, yes. And the additional piece of background to give is that there's this idea that you can call me by certain words, pronouns, meaning I'm a guy, so you can say that I'm a he.
What do the word pronouns mean?
A pronoun is a word that is used to indicate another noun, I believe would be the correct term, but we should get the exact definition. But the average person can't even come close to explaining what a pronoun is.
How do you spell it?
Pronoun.
Okay. So pronoun is word replacing a noun, a word that substitutes for a noun or a noun phrase, such as I, you, them, is, etc.
Yeah. So for example, I'm a male. Pronoun would be he, because it's a word that replaces a male, okay? The word male. So people say that their pronoun is something that needs to be agreed upon. I'm a male, but maybe I don't want you to call me he. I want you to call me she. Or maybe I'm not a male or a female.
Or it.
So yes, exactly. Then it becomes they. Don't call me he, call me they. So there are people that don't think they're male or female, and they want you to say, hey, can they go over there? Instead of, hey, can he go over there? So I know that you're laughing, but that's a real thing. Okay, that's what's happening. Yes, it's a thing that is
okay. So let's
commonly happening.
Let's break it down. Okay?
Yes.
So what is something that has no gender? By the way, let's clear the word gender first.
Gender,
okay?
Yes.
So the word gender in the dictionary says that it's somebody's sex. It says the sex of a person or organism, or all of a whole category of people or organism. It comes from 14th century, and it comes from via old French gender, from ultimately Latin gener, the stem of genes, birth kind. So it's the birth kind.
Comes from birth, your birth kind.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Like, so what kind of gender or what kind of gene do you have as a birth? Do you have a gene of a male or female, basically?
Right,
Okay.
right, yeah.
So what was your sex at the moment of arrival to this prison planet? So that's the basic definition. So but what they say, I understand, is that there's sex and there's gender.
Correct. So my sex is male, but my gender maybe is
So
something else.
so what they say is, I was born with a specific sex, and during the years, somehow something changed. And so, from what I understand, they say that they have no gender.
Some say I have no gender. Some people say that nothing physically changed, but I identify as
So
something else.
That's totally fine. It's totally fine. So let's say that I identify myself as an elephant. So I just, I just identify myself as an elephant. My gender is not male or female. I'm an elephant.
Yes.
Where's the logic?
There is no logic.
They're confused.
Of course. And
The only thing that don't have a gender is a physical thing. This thing don't have a gender. That things don't have a gender. A life thing in this universe, in the way that this universe is built, there's laws to this universe, and the way that this universe is built from pluses and minuses. It doesn't build from levels of gray, although it seems that it built from level of gray. Every atom in this universe is composed of plus and minus, proton and electron. And there's no question about it. There is nothing that is zero, a maybe. In this universe, there is no maybe.
Yeah.
Although it seems like this is a universe of maybe.
Yeah.
Because for every plus there's minus, for every plus there's minus, but the plus is plus and the minus is minus, and the observer may call it a maybe, but reality is that it's very clear cut. Right. It's either black or white, and there are many, many shades of black, which is fine, but it's that shade of black and that shade of white.
Yeah. Okay. So on that, somebody says here, and by the way, hi Eon, and hi Margaret, and hi Anthony. So we have somebody here that said, but spirit does not have a gender.
Because spirit is not physical. I said in this physical universe, the spirit don't have a gender, of course. But they're not they. They're not we.
Yeah.
The spirit can creating. It is nothing. So if I say I'm an elephant, I'm not a spirit anymore. Because the spirit is a nothingness. Is this thing, the spirit, a good definition, you can say that the spirit is this thing that has no quality and no quantity, but can bring about quality.
Okay.
No quantity that can bring about quality that later can generate something that is fake quantity.
What do you mean?
The physical universe is an illusion, so fake.
Oh, I see. I got you. All right. So, well, what if there's somebody that's born male?
Yeah.
They are spirit. So spiritually, they don't have a gender.
But the spirit don't born.
For sure. But they are the spirit is there.
No,
yes?
but I'm not. My body, my physical thing is not my gender.
Okay, yes, as a spirit.
It's a spirit.
Spirit
yes.
has no gender.
So we're talking about the gender, and all those people that talk about gender don't have a definition probably of the word gender.
Yeah.
When you say, I'm not a male or a female, then you're not talking about gender. I'm sorry. By definition, let's define a new word. You can say my feeling is that I am not a male. Okay, so we have a problem with your feeling.
Yeah, well, that's where it comes. I identify. I have a physical body, but I, the spirit, identify as something else.
Not a problem. So that's called insanity in this universe. What is insanity? If you go around and you say that you see an elephant in the room and there's no elephant in the room, then you're cuckoo. Why? Because what is sane in this universe? In this universe, sane is consider what most people can see, sense, touch, and agree.
Mm-hmm.
And if I see you and you say I'm an elephant, I will say, with all due respect, don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, for sure.
You see, so when they say I am, my gender is, they don't have a definition for the word gender. Let's at least talk correctly. So you can say that I feel like a man, which means I'm not a man because I feel like a man.
Mm-hmm.
Or I feel like they. Okay, but I can show you that they compose of few bodies by definition.
Mm-hmm.
And you cannot be they. I feel like it. Okay, so you are a stone and I can just hit you and break you.
If you say I feel like it. Yeah.
Yes. Or
Now,
I feel like they.
yeah, but let's say somebody says, I am not male, I am not female.
Not a problem.
Okay.
So what are
I'm
you?
X, just X. I don't
Not a
agree with
problem.
gender. I want to use my own
No.
bathroom.
You can say X, but that's nothing to do with sex or gender, because that's got to do with your feeling. I feel that I am.
Mm-hmm.
Because how do I know if you're male or female? I open your pants and measure with the caliper the length.
Yeah.
If it's less than 20 centimeter, I agree, you're a woman.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I see. And then, so what about somebody who is transgender? So somebody who physically, surgically changed
Good,
from
so
male
it's called
to female.
transgender. It doesn't called male. It doesn't called female. It's someone that went through a system of changing something, and that's beautiful, and he's done it. But he called a. He doesn't call we. He doesn't call she. He called something because he went through something that everyone can measure, feel, sense, agree on a definition, and every word is a definition.
Mm-hmm.
So because they don't understand the definition of what they're talking about, they come up with some nonsense, some argument of we. It's just a wrong solution. You want to say that you feel like you have no gender, you can feel anything you want.
Mm-hmm.
It's totally fine, but it will not change the gender. It will not change your sex.
Okay.
It will change your feeling. And
Yeah.
feeling is just how you handle motion. It's got nothing to do with the length or the depth of your equipment.
Yes. I see. Okay. So what would you say? So if we looked at categories, you have a male, okay?
Yeah.
You have a female, and you have somebody who's transgender.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's, let's just say in this case, 3 genders now.
It's not 3 genders. There's 2 genders, and there's one person that changed his gender, changed his sex, and so he called something else, some transgender, meaning someone that changes sex.
Okay. So then now that transgender person wants to now be called trans,
He
not
can be,
male.
He can be. It's like you have a car, and it's a car, and he painted it now red. It used to be blue car, so it's still a car, but it's red.
Yeah.
He was a male. Yes, he still has everything to do with the male, but now he changed it to a female, and it's totally okay. The car now is red. I agree. It's female.
Yeah.
Not a problem. He's now female, wonderful. And the process that he went through is transgender.
Yes.
And if you want to tell everyone that he did it, you can say, no problem. This is the action that I've done. I went through a process of changing from female to male to female, and that's called transgender. But now I'm a female. Not a problem. But now you're not something in the middle.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Some people say that there's something in the middle.
Then
that they're neither. That they're not male, not female.
That's because they're confused. Because in this universe, there's no plus and no minus. That's called confusion.
Yeah,
that's called a maybe. So he's confused. Not a problem. We need to give him something very stable. Just pull, and he will figure out what it is. Yes, exactly. He's just confused. We need to give him something stable.
Yeah.
It's just the less a person can confront, the less a person can have an actual definition, the more confused he get. And when you are confused, you come up with insane ideas to solve the problem that you have.
Yeah.
It's just confusion. That's all. He's just confused, and it's fine. I mean, it can be that he's confused, but don't try to confuse me, please. I mean, you can try. Good luck.
Yes. Okay, great. I have more questions on that,
problem.
but I just want to first of all, say that if you are listening to this and you have these ideas while you're listening, that's like, yeah, but what about
Tell me the
this?
but. Yes.
And he didn't ask him that question. And I have a friend who, whatever it is, write it in the chat and let's talk about it.
Be brave.
Yes.
I'm not biting.
Yeah, not hard. So John said, "I love you. This is amazing. Love you back." And
Love you back.
Anna's having a good laugh, which is
Yes.
great. Good. So the whole thing here is that if you were to tell somebody who consider themselves non-binary, meaning not male or female, and you say, "Listen, you're confused,"
Yeah. Show
they
me
would
one.
be
They can be whatever they want.
no,
Show
but
me
they'd
one.
be outraged. They'd be upset, offended.
Why someone is outraged and upset?
Mhm.
Because he doesn't actually know. If I know that it's white and you're telling me, look, it's red, I say, okay, nice, honey, I understand. But I will not get upset because I know it's white. They don't know, they're confused.
Yeah.
So they want support for a lie.
Mhm.
So being upset and outraged do not make white into black.
Yes, of course. That's
You
true.
understand?
It's a good
So
point. Yeah.
if they're upset, not a problem. It's just telling me that they're not so smart. What can I say? If you're smart, if you have an area that you're really good at, you're not upset. Someone can ask me in less than 50 questions that seems to someone else that I'm very patient. I'm not patient. I just know he doesn't really know it. So I have all the time in the universe to explain to him because I know and it's okay. It's fine. He just doesn't know it.
Yeah. Hmm.
You get the idea?
Yeah.
So how will I explain to this person? If you show me one thing in this universe that it's not plus or minus, one thing, at that moment, number one, you are right. Number two, take anything I have and I'll be your slave forever. I will study from you forever. Show me one thing that is not plus or minus, that it's not big or small, that it's not more black or more white. Show me something that is 100%. There's no 100% zero. There's no 100% right. Well, other than my wife, there's no there's no 100% wrong. There's no 100% big, good, bad. Nothing is 100%. So when someone say I'm not man or female, he said there is 100% something that we don't know what it is. Even a maybe is not 100%. What is a maybe? It's force. He's right, I'm right. He's right, I'm right. It's not 100%. Nothing in this universe do not move.
So that would be their argument to you. They would say, I'm not 100% male, and there's no
There's
such
nothing.
thing 100%
There's nothing.
female.
No, there's not such thing in this universe of a middle. There is 100% plus at any given moment. You are either plus or minus, but there's no in the middle. There's no something in the middle that it's not that or that. At any given moment, you are the plus or minus. You can tell me now I'm a male. In a second from now, I may be a female. Not a problem. That's why we have the the cutting.
Transgender, yes. Yeah.
They think that they changed the sex, yes?
Yeah, but there are spectrums in life. Like there are spectrums of different things.
Not a problem. Yes, there's spectrum of black, but each one of them is a specific gradient of black. There's not something that is not black and not white. It's either more black or more white.
Yeah.
There's not something that is not black and not white. No, it's either more black or more white.
Okay, so you're saying when they say they're non-binary, meaning I'm not male or female, there's no such thing.
There's no. If you show me one thing in this universe, I tell if you show me this is not hard and not soft. No, it's either more hard or more soft. There's even 0.00001% that it's more hard or more soft.
Yeah,
but it cannot be It cannot be maybe.
Yeah, it can't be.
It's nothing is in the middle in the physical universe at any given time. This is plus or minus. It's either more plus or minus. There's not. If you can show me something in the physical universe that is not like that, then wonderful.
Okay, makes sense.
But there isn't, and that's why the basic theory behind the argument is coming from just a misunderstanding of the laws of this universe. Deep misunderstanding. What they say is, I'm confused. I don't know what I am. I need help to figure it out. Okay, not the problem. You're confused. Or I just decided that I want to call myself an elephant. Not the problem. Call yourself an elephant. I'm totally fine.
So-
You'll get very good memory.
Yeah, exactly. An elephant never forgets. Exactly. But they wouldn't say, look, I'm not identifying now as an animal. I look at a male bathroom and I don't feel that I belong in that bathroom.
So don't
Right,
go to
there's
the
a-
bathroom. Go to your own bathroom. Go home. Go home. I mean, what's the problem? This is the physical universe. The physical universe has agreements, yes?
Mhm.
And the physical universe, there's male and females, and the effect is the current majority agreement. And the current majority agreement is that all the male go to one bathroom and all the female go to another bathroom. And that can change because this is just a current majority agreement. It might be one day that all the male and all the female will go to the same bathroom. Good luck for the females. You know, males can be very toxic. But you know,
Yeah, exactly.
but it's
Yeah,
you
I see.
understand, it's
I see.
total
Of course,
nonsense.
fine. But they, yeah, so that's the,
So because I want to go to a specific bathroom, I change. But what a confusion! Wow, how like to go from there to it's total confusion.
yeah.
It is because the basic is unknown. You add more bias thing that does not go directly. This is black. This is white. Black goes here. White goes there. This is male. This female. Female go here. Male go there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah, I see. And is that separation good? Because as an example now, you said this is black, this is white. Obviously, you're not talking about race.
No.
Yeah, but I'm saying in the past, right, which was horrible, things were separated, blacks, whites, as an example.
Yeah.
And then
separated. It's still separated.
No, but I'm saying in terms of using things and the buses and
No,
toilets.
that's also, it used to be at that time the agreement, wrong agreement, as I said. At the moment in this universe, at that moment, male go to their bathroom, female go to the In 2 years from now or 20 years from now, it might be that everyone is together in the same bathroom.
So how do we know it's not wrong? Maybe
I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but the fact that I'm going to the same bathroom do not change anything about my gender or identity or plus or minus. It's like all people can use the sidewalk.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I see. So you're saying, as an example, if I'm black and I'm using a black bathroom or a white bathroom or a mixed bathroom or whatever, it doesn't change the color of my skin.
I'm black, yes. Yeah. It's just now there's an agreement on how to make things flow nicely in society within the current majority agreement. The current majority agreement is in South Africa. At the time of the apartheid, there was not that I know because I never saw it in my own eyes, but I heard that there was if a white man will go on there was like one place for on the bus for black and one place for white. Okay,
right.
That was the normal there. It's not normal. It's cuckoo, I think, but that was the majority agreed. How do I know they agreed? They've done it. Now, after some time, everyone realized this is total nonsense. It's not working well. It's not because of white or black. It just doesn't bring the greatest good because you get 40 million blacks and 4 million white, and 40 million blacks are in total resentment. So there's no production. The country cannot grow. Things will not work. Over time, the slave always break the chain. It's not good for the group.
Yeah.
So they changed, and it took a long time. Too long, in my opinion. Too slow.
Yeah.
Again, the same problem. Not smart because they didn't understand the basics.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah, of course.
The basic is that you need to get into a situation where you need to bring the greatest good all the time. And that doesn't bring the greatest good.
Right.
Okay, we've got a chai situation. Here we go.
Hi, chai. What do you identify as? Male.
Male. No, he identifies as we.
We. Exactly. So I totally get you. Yeah, I understand. So there was that separation, and regardless of the separation, and we went off topic, but the point is what you are physically, your gender is your gender. Now, to switch gears to another topic about it, what would you say to somebody who says, yes, but please call me by what I would like to be called. And if you don't,
You want
it's not
that's
right.
your name? That's your name?
It's not my name, but it's my pronoun.
What do you mean your pronoun? But I learned English, and in English there is, or in Hebrew or in anything, there is some kind of rules of how the language is built.
Yeah.
And we call people as he, she, and we call that thing as it in English.
Dead things as it. Yes.
Yeah, that thing is it.
Yeah.
It is an air conditioner. Don't say she's a nice air conditioner or he's a nice. Well, I can say that because
Yeah.
my English is not so good.
Although what's interesting is in Hebrew and some other languages.
One second, we'll get to other languages. They identify specific things but they identify. They say you cannot call a car a she. It just doesn't work. I mean, you can, but it doesn't sound correct. It's not correct according to the grammar.
Right.
So that's why there's a whole subject of grammar that says, how will you use the language? Now, if you want to invent a new language or if you want to change the language, totally fine. As I say, it's an agreement. We can invent that from now on, the language will be blah, blah, blah. But because they need to be, it needs to become effect. It needs to be the majority, the current majority agreement.
Yes.
And it will not change any one gender. It will just change the language.
Yes, the word. So just to catch people up on that point of what we're talking about in Hebrew, if I call the car something, I don't say it is a nice car. I would say that he is a nice car. Right?
No, she. I'm fa.
If it's a girl, yeah. If a woman, yeah.
Cars
identify as female.
Because a man is driving it.
Yeah. So in Hebrew, car is a female, right?
Yes.
Every object is actually male or female.
It depends who's driving the car.
Depends, yeah, exactly. Depends who's using the object. But no, really, every single object has a gender that's either male or female.
But
which
it
is
cannot be
interesting.
changed.
But it can be changed.
This is the grammar.
You could say it's that a car is a male, but it would just sound weird in Hebrew.
Yeah.
But the correct thing is a car is a male, and there's different things like that.
I think
different languages have that.
different languages have that.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's totally fine. This is just the current majority agreement.
Yeah, but even there, it's a good point that it's one or the other.
Yeah, it's unchangeable. It's like that. Yeah. And they can come in 20 years and they say, well, we decided that from now cars will be called, I don't know, it. It's totally fine, but it's an agreement.
So now many people are agreeing to this thing of, no, there's not a pronoun that is for one person, and the definition.
How many? When you
say
many, there's 8 billion people on the planet. How many? 4 billion people cannot even eat.
Yeah.
And that's the last question they have in their mind. Yes, because it have to be. This is a question of someone that's really have nothing to do in his life. How do I call? Yes.
Yes.
It's just totally nonsense. Yes. So they are not going to call anyone it. Another at least let's divide it to 2. 2 billion people that will say maybe yes, and 2 billion people that will say no. Okay, for that. The 2 billion people that will say yes, we need to call you it or whatever, or we, if they will understand what we are talking about, they will tell you that it's not weird. And if they will say yes, it's just because they don't want to waste the time on such a useless thing. I mean, what's the purpose? What's the pro-survival end result?
So that's a good question. I mean,
let's say that I call you we. Let's say that you are now decided that we are non-binary, and I call you we. Yeah. What's the pro-survival end result? How will it improve society? How will it improve mankind? It will take us closer to the moon?
It won't take us closer to the moon.
It will take us closer to stupidity. Will it give us better quality of life?
For the people, for the certain people, it will.
How it would improve the quality of life?
You
cause your own feeling. You have to be really dead, like it, to think that how I call you cause your feeling, because you're total effect.
Yeah,
you're causing your own feeling. So how I call you, if you call me sir or chmer, will change anything about my quality of life? Am I so useless that how you call it, not even my name, my pronoun? Like, I mean, how far can you get from being into effect?
Yeah. Yes. No, I get your point.
So
but it's almost like a title, right? Like you call me doctor.
Not a problem. If you're a doctor, there's a pro-survival reason for that. A guy that is a doctor and everyone go around in the party and calling him a doctor is probably not a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Like you're saying, if it becomes a thing that it's like a force.
Yeah,
thing.
like this is thing like, oh, you have to call me doctor. I don't call me, I'm not an I'm a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? Yeah, you have a title of a doctor, you've studied, you got the title of a doctor. Like you don't call me a pilot, I'm a pilot. So pilot Meir, what's the connection?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If I'm in the environment that requires it because it brings a pro-survival result in a hospital or in a practice place where you need to know who is the doctor and who is the nurse and that's totally okay to call a person, to call a conductor and not a cleaner.
Yeah.
It makes sense. You call him by his hat because it's important. It helps.
Yeah.
But let's say that you have a doctor that insists on calling him we because he is non-binary.
Yeah. That I agree. But
where is the pro-survival reason for that, other than the inability of the person to understand that what is a gender? He doesn't have an actual definition of the word gender. He doesn't know how to control his feeling in many areas of life. He has all kind of relationship issues, and he tried to solve them by the wrong solution that bring much more problems instead of solving any problem. If you show me what kind of a problem that is actually solved, what kind of a pro-survival result? Do we have more production? No. Do we have more love by me calling you we or she or he? No. Do we have less wars? No, there's more wars. It's creating more divide. Do we create more love? No, we create more disagreements. So where is the pro-survival purpose of this argument? Do we have lack of arguments in society?
There's plenty to argue about. We don't need
We
more.
need to invite another nonsense because there's nothing even to argue about here. Because what are we arguing about? A definition of word, or how you want to redefine how the language is built? What for? Do we have a limitation with the language right now? This is what limits us.
Is that our biggest problem?
We have all the politicians are really straight, and everyone is extremely smart, and the schools are shooting out children with the high IQ of 150 or above, or no. We have much more serious problems than that.
Yeah.
So you take something that is not a problem and you turn it into a problem. All you have to ask is, okay, fine, not a problem. What for? What for? How does it help? It helps you. Okay, fine. That does not really help anyone if you are called he, she, or we, because I'm willing to take any person and I will put him in an environment that he would be non-binary, and I'll call them just we. I want to see one improvement over time in the production, in the result in life, in the happiness, in the love, in the anything. There won't be, because there's no connection.
Yeah, 100%.
Total stupidity.
So what if there would be a person in front of you? This is my final question. So feel free if you have any other questions before we move off the topic. If we have somebody in front of you, right, and that person comes up to you and says, "Listen, Meir, please, it's just for me. I would like you to refer to me as they."
I'll tell him.
That's what I would like.
I'll tell him, listen, not a problem. I'm willing to help you. We'll take you to English lessons, and we'll fix that. It's not a problem. You have a little bit of let's say that someone will come to you and say, just for me, I want to call this computer a whore. I just want you to do for me. So every time you come, and my children is here, small children, I want you to call the computer a whore. Just for me, because it's my feeling. I want you to control my computer a whore. What would you say?
I would say,
I'll give you a few products and God will help you.
Yeah.
I understand it's stupidity. It's so stupid. It is stupid. There's no other words to call it. It's just a confusion of misunderstood words that bring this level of stupidity.
Yeah. Now, if people are hearing this, but people hearing that would be cancelable.
Not a problem. So cancel another stupidity.
Of course, but I'm saying there would be a huge disagreement with that. People would say, "How dare you? How dare you call me stupid? How dare you?"
I'm not calling you stupid. I'm saying the action is stupidity.
Mhm.
The action is stupid, not you. You might be an angel and a genius, but you can do stupid things.
Mhm.
I'm not saying that you're stupid.
Mhm.
It is stupidity. That's, you see, the problem with the English. You need to learn the language. I say it is stupidity, and my English is not so good.
Yeah.
But I still sometimes, not always, I know how to separate between it
Yeah.
and she.
Mhm.
So the action is stupid, not the person. Because the most genius person, Van Gogh was genius, but he was quite stupid to cut his hair. It wasn't so the best action in the universe.
Mhm.
Yes, it's not. Why? Because it didn't help anyone.
Right.
What's the benefit of cutting other than a good story
Yeah. Exactly.
that we're all talking about now?
Yes.
And in this society, how many people even know who is Van Gogh now?
Mhm. Yeah. Okay. Amazing. Amazing. No,
Seriously,
you hit the nail on the head.
Any questions? Let's see.
Took it on. So first of all, Margaret said that's true. How patient Meir is in answering questions. Very, very true. And Margaret said that Chai is beloved. Yes, he is.
Yes.
Very. And okay, we're actually on the topic for a while, so we should wrap up timing wise. But you wanted to say a few things. Speaking of relationships and people like that many people, not just like that, have issues with relationships.
Everyone has issues with relationships. Okay. And in order to fix a relationship, you need, on the other side, a person that is willing to be helped. If not, there's no relationship. The most difficult person to live with is a person that's unwilling to be helped. Have a look and you'll see.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have a person that says, well, that's what I think that I'm non-binary, he's not willing to be helped.
Mm-hmm.
He's not willing to look at how does it actually help anyone? How does it bring benefit?
Mm-hmm.
You can feel whatever you want. You can call yourself whatever, but leave me alone. Don't force me to call you something that is not in the English. I have a language that we agreed upon. It's not just this is how we agreed. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So relationship is something that has to be handled because how much money you have, how healthy you are, how happy you are, all come only from the quality of your relationship. If you have good relationship with your body, you will be healthy.
Mm-hmm.
If you have good relationship with society will give you everything you want without any effort.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a good relationship with your customers, they will pay you. Mm-hmm. They will buy from you more. They will not go online and smear you. Yes.
Yeah.
If you have a good relationship with your computer, the computer will work. All of that has to do with relationship. And relationship, the first thing that gets hurt when your relationship is not good is obviously your family. Mm-hmm. So we have two things. We have relationship, and immediately after that, family. Yeah. So I put together a course that's called the Advanced Relationship and Family Academy. Mm-hmm. And it's a 50 weeks course. So it is more like a doctorate.
Yeah, it's a big program.
It's a very big program, very powerful program. Anyone that's been on the introductory already know what it is. And that's why we had so many registrations. Yeah. And you can go to this website, which is gprosperitycom/advanced FAC Family Academy.
Yeah.
And you can watch the replays of the introductory webinars that I've done.
Yeah, it's up there totally free.
Super powerful. Free and super powerful. And even if you saw them, you should watch them again. It will really help you. And once you watch them, I highly suggest you'll join the program because it will help you to help other people.
Yeah, amazing.
That's really why you should do that.
Yeah.
Because it will help you to help other people. And the only value a person has is in how many people he actually can help. and calling me we or she do not help anyone else, and that's why it's nonsense.
Yes, 100%. Amazing. So go to gprosperity.com/advanced with a D at the end, FAC. And check out the free replays and check out the full course. It's amazing. And this was amazing.
Thank you.
And very powerful.
And you're amazing for
tuning in. Yes, thank you for tuning in, everyone, and for everything you wrote. And please share this. Post the link, the YouTube link, the Facebook
and if you
link.
have any question, if you have any agreement, disagreements, if you have something that's still not clear, you can write to us. Well, how can they write to us?
Yeah, they can write to info@gprosperity.com.
And I will definitely answer any question you have. And
yeah, amazing. All right. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you. Thank you, Gali.
I love you. All right, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.